Most AI video generators today operate exactly like black boxes. You drop in a text prompt, wait a few minutes, and get a neat little MP4 back, with zero insight into how the visual decisions were actually made. You are locked into their rigid web interfaces. Often, what they call video generation is simply taking static AI images and applying an automated, generic slow zoom or pan over them. Serious creators hit a wall quickly with that approach. A real production pipeline requires precise orchestration, the ability to intentionally stitch together actual motion clips and verified stock footage, rather than hoping the model hallucinates the right pixels. OpenMontage is built to fill that gap. It is a headless, open-source video orchestrator designed entirely to run through AI coding assistants like Claude or Cursor. By treating video production as a structured code base rather than a drag-and-drop canvas, you lift the ceiling on what an automated workflow can actually achieve. The engine runs on what it calls Layer 3 agent skills. These are deep markdown files that act as strict instruction manuals, teaching your local AI assistant exactly how to operate 52 different production tools. This radar chart shows the 7 dimensions the system uses to evaluate every provider: task fit, quality, control, reliability, cost, latency, and continuity. The system logs the winning choice, rejected alternatives, and a confidence score, giving you the exact mathematical rationale. This level of automated routing becomes incredibly useful when you need to balance high-end output against strict hardware limits and API budgets, starting with workflows that cost absolutely $0. Giving an agent readable, transparent decision matrices instead of simple prompt execution turns it from a novelty script into an autonomous technical director. Out of the box, you can run the documentary montage pipeline. This is an open-source path that completely bypasses paid video APIs. Instead of generating visuals from scratch, the agent actively searches public domains like the Internet Archive, pulling verified historical footage and matching it dynamically to a locally generated text-to-speech voiceover. On the other end of the spectrum is the premium heavy metal alternative. OpenMontage recently integrated robust ComfyUI workflows, enabling complex music video pipelines with precise camera tracking across dozens of scenes. By delegating the generation work directly to ComfyUI over a REST API, the system efficiently sidesteps the PyTorch bottlenecks that often throttle local diffusion workloads on newer architectures. This bar shows the VRAM requirements for advanced local models, redlining at 24 gigabytes. If your GPU falls short, cloud APIs take over. But unsupervised access to those premium generation tools can drain a production budget in minutes. To prevent that, the system enforces strict budget governance. You can set hard spending caps and require manual human approval before the agent executes any API call over 50 cents. Running an entire post-production studio locally demands either a massive upfront investment in silicon or incredibly tight fiscal leashes on your cloud keys. Because compute is expensive, you cannot afford to let the AI render unusable footage. The system relies on a governance engine to enforce quality control entirely through code. Before a single frame is generated, the pipeline runs a pre-composed validation check. If the script's plan relies too heavily on static images and triggers a high slideshow risk score, the system blocks the render. After rendering, it performs a mandatory self-review using FFprobe. It extracts frames to spot glitches, analyzes the audio levels for clipping, and catches text-to-speech bugs. Hard-coding these quality gates is the only way to manage high-volume AI video without drowning in hallucinated errors. Once the final file passes inspection, a dedicated publisher tool automatically pushes the finished asset to 11 different social platforms, completely hands-free. We are watching the role of the video creator shift. The manual labor of scrubbing a timeline is giving way to the era of the DevOps video engineer. Scaling this level of output requires strict programmatic guardrails that treat content creation like software deployment, rather than relying on simpler graphical interfaces. The daily workflow moves away from cutting clips and adding crossfades and toward managing compute budgets, routing API limits, and refining production logic. When the agent executes the heavy lifting of asset generation and assembly, your primary responsibility is no longer creation. Your job becomes governance, quality control, and strategic direction.